Oh, that's a terrible start, but hello. Yeah, we are doing some Genesys gaming today. And I think we start with because I don't think Charmers are that well known as a deck, so I would feel like we probably have to go through what we're playing. So the base idea here is that Grand Circle sets up a crap load of things, and also Albion can make generic fusions, so we can make a Grand Circle during opponent's turn to bounce 4, and that's kind of poggers. But let's start about the actual list. We are playing all 6 Charmers, and that's math thing where if you're playing 5, you have like a 10% chance that you draw 2 of them. And if you draw 2, then your spellbook of Grand Circle is dead, and the familiar possessed Charmers don't count because they are not Charmers, and this only searches Charmers, which is, fun. This deck has a lot of those fun things, so look forward to those. And then Quem, Blazing Cartesia, Albas, all of these are technically bricks, or I don't know if calling them bricks is fair. They are not bricks in the sense that garnets maybe, kinda. The thing is that because our main play involves shuffling 2 back, we are fine with even if we draw them. And the main combo tries to search these, but we can just normal summon these if we draw either one of Quem or Cartesia, then we can search Frixil. I'm really bad at these kind of names where there's just too many consonants. But anyway, Frixil can be searched with Line as well, because it's a 1500 defense spellcaster. And then that's why we have the Draco Tails here, is they are a supplementary engine that gives us more plays. And there's so many reasons why I think this deck will be better later. Now we are way too reliant on seeing the actual Grand Circle or then just seeing Draco Tail stuff, which is fine. I'm not thinking this gonna be the highest tier deck ever, but in the future I think it has a lot more potential, and I think I want to now go through a few games and then we can start talking about what this deck will look like in the future, because I do have these builds here. Well, this is just 40 cards, and then this is more. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, it changed to that. But yeah, there's plenty of reasons why I think Charmers have a chance in Genesys, more than Links would help sometimes, but mostly the lower format power helps a lot. There are downsides like Skullmeister and Deity Crow really hurt the deck, or they can stop the Grand Spellbook, which by the way is not a Charmer or Possessed spell. Well, it's not Possessed Spell Trap, which is what all Charmer spell traps are called, so they cannot be searched by anything in Charmers. So instead we have to play Blue Boy and Secret of Spellbooks, and is it Secret of Spellbooks? Spellbook of Secrets. That's it. I was that doesn't sound right. Anyway, those are just our 9 copies of it. And in the future we are much happier with Blue Boy, but now currently it requires some additional bricks and weird sequence, weird line to play through, but it's okay. Yeah, we are fine with it. I'm happy I can at least have a kind of proof of concept that this is a thing that can win games. Now, like in the future, especially, we get their deck starts to do even more board breaking better. Like we get more tools for it. But even now, like just Grand Circle is threatening if opponent doesn't have the correct kind of like ways to stop us. Then we have just unrespondable bounce 4, which is amazing because you know you can just write anything in on a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And now, of course, when I did testing earlier today, when I was kind of complaining already about the Exodia thing that people are doing, and now, of course, now the queues are long. Like I had like 10-second, 20-second queues before, but now that I start streaming, of course, it's like 2.5. And annoying thing about Omega is that you can't do stuff while you're in queue, so I can't like explain what we're going for here. Actually, I might try like setting up. I need to try to do like the. Haven't done this in a while, so. How did you set up? Oh. Could I do changes in a well? Well, there we go. Good. Because I was like, I could do it on the side while we. But yes, we have the basic play here. That's good. And we have loads of things. Good. Like, this should be the full combo we need to do. And line a dark, and then we just pick 2 charmers. Like, we. In this version, we actually do need these 2, and. Yeah, I don't need to like trip myself over for having that. Wait, no. I have done silly things again. Like, I'm still new. I like that. I know how to do the basic line when I don't have any of the cards we are supposed to add during it, but I still need to remember Rahu needs a card in hand, which is unfortunately something we gonna have trouble doing, but maybe we're just like based on Epic and we can just get it from the draw. And if we don't, we probably will just. Okay. That changes things again. Oh, wait. This means we can't do. Like, we can't do fusions for the rest of the turn. And if we go that, we don't have a monster in hand anymore. I think it's still worth it to do this. Just because how much power is in the. And then we can get Keto, yeah. And then we can normal summon. We can return to hand, then we can fuse. Artalion Bounce. Honestly, we're just picking up something here for follow-up. It won't matter too much, but yeah. I screwed up the line. I needed to keep one monster in hand, and that's one of the many things that I don't like the current build is that we just don't have that many monsters in hand. And now we're doing a weird thing where we are sending like Dark and Artalion away because we have too many things on our zones. Don't worry about it. And then we get Cartesia back. Yeah, okay, it's the Earth spam, that's fine. I think we wanna like put Artalion back, yeah. And negating spell traps is fun. Oh wait, this isn't the hard ones per turn. That's annoying. Oh well, I screwed up. Like, well, that's a good draw, and we will have follow-up, so we should be fine. Like, we are definitely in the driver's seat here. But that's very annoying that they can do like that. Honestly, I don't see what goes wrong. We just have to remove it instantly. And it's like I get this deck's powerful and the joy of like why people play this deck for sure. I would consider it if I didn't have so much fun for Charmers. Here's that guy. We're mostly trying to keep them off the fusion that like turns everything into Earths, because that's very unhelpful for us. Yeah, no, we are fine. Like, I think we are winning this game for sure. Like, we are constantly pushing forward closer to a thing where we win. The Earth Floodgate is very annoying to us, though. Yeah. Because we can't really do anything about it. And what did you say? Yeah, and that's a Magnet Warrior. Are you a Magnet Warrior? You're not Magnet Warrior. And you're not Magnet Warrior. So yeah, this is the point where we do this. Unfortunately, we won't have two different things here on the field. But we still get to do the silly things, like Frixel is, again, Frixel is a 1500 defense spellcaster, so it's a valid possessed partnership target. Which creates silly moments like this. And then now we wait this through, and then we are bouncing it instantly. Okay, well, we'll see. If this card is in your graveyard, you can destroy... Oh, that's a Magnet Warrior suit. Fuck. Okay, that's actually fine. We can't do anything about this. Like, they get to do summon a second dude now, but then we get to do Archalion. Huh. These are not the things that scare me yet, so I'll hold myself for now. 7? What is you? Ah, okay, that's just that negate and... Oh, this might be good. Yeah, this is the moment, I think. And then we send... That's 3 bound... This is 3 bounces, so yeah, we do this. And then we can bounce that, and bounce a Magnet Warrior, and actually we let them keep that one, and then we bounce all of those. Then we do this, and then we do this. That should be fine. Oh, we should have definitely negated that one. I don't know why I forgot that we're bouncing it away. Oh well. Yeah, I think I thought I had 4 bounces again at some point, but it's fine. Oh, these are so annoying though. Like, I do not like the I just spam bodies decks. I think that's just so silly in... Like, this is just extension after extension, and like it feels very unsatisfying to play against because there's... It's just like they poop out bodies out of nowhere, and like every body breeds just more bodies. It's like level 4 spam, but these are not level 4s. That's like the only difference here. The good thing is that they don't have the Earth Floodgate anymore, because they decided to do something else instead. Yeah, okay. And the other good thing is that we have just Dark Ruler No Mores and DD Crows. And also that deck turns into a Nib token if interrupted. That's 5. I do prefer Sting in this matchup, and then I think we'll just work around having just one Frixel. Like, Frixel is... One is necessary, we don't need the second one that much, but it helps having the 2 copies. But now we have Nib, so we should be fine. Because if I recall, that deck doesn't really produce a negate. Oh wait, it did the Magna Warrior thing. I need to Google it while they do. While they do that, and then it's... I'll just... What's the extra deck guy called? Okay, so that's that guy. And we just need before that. I think that's the plan. Seems like a solid, easy to execute plan. The annoying thing is Nib token is a proc, so they can kind of abuse that. Yeah, we started to enter the... Wait, what's the... I'm just checking. I'm still like, it's when they have Valkyrion and Berserkirion in rotation, then we have to, like, when they do fusion summons, then we have to worry about the possibility of a negate coming. Outside of that, then we can just chill. Honestly, this seems like a fine spot. Turn everything into a Nib token. Honestly, Nib is one of the few trans traps that I think Genesys should have. Yeah, they can bring that one back still. They can still do things, but dealing this, that still cuts down, like, it removes the annoying, like, everything is Earth floodgate, for example. They can search Nib, I guess. Yeah. I think we have just lethal here. So. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh. Never mind, they can extend further. We'll see. We did this one already. These are still like yeah, okay, these are hard ones per turn at least. And that beast is nothing. Yeah. We Gucci. We unfortunately decided, like, we do need to draw like a monster here. Which is really silly to me. Do they still make that? Oh, they can make this fucker. That's unfortunate. No. Well, not that unfortunate anymore. Like, this outs the whole thing, yeah. Let's just negate you. You'll have to burn your action for it, and then I can just remove everything, and then Artalia unbounce. Yeah. Okay, we Gucci. Ooh, that's nasty. Then we have to like clear this a bit differently. Oh wait, fuck, that protects. I got greedy. I think I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up. I got greedy. That's completely on me. I should have just Ultimate Slayer the Nat Beast away, or the fucking, yeah, Nat Beast. I don't know how I thought that. I read it needing Earth monsters, but it's only for the take control part, and yeah, maybe. Well, let's just not break, and then we are still on it, in it. Well, here goes everything. Like, either this resolves or we're fucked. We don't need you, like we will search that, and Secrets doesn't do anything. Are we having Skullmeister moment? Nope. Okay, we are gaming. And then we are holding the Dark in hand, because future reasons, and we have the, like, just one of the search targets in our hand already, so we can just keep it. This might be a mistake, like, I might just flooding board for no reason and then screwing myself over on that. But at least it's cute. And that's all that matters, really, at the end of the day. I do the silliest mistakes. That's the wrong search target. I was supposed to get the guiding Gwem. And now I need to think again. Yeah, no, this is okay. I can go this. Use these two. Set Ketu. Activate Ketu. Yeah, this is fine. This is actually completely fine. Like, I just did silly ordering and forced myself into a corner because I can't search correct targets, I guess. Because I don't know. I'm feeling like we're trying to be nibbed, but we are not quite there. And yeah, this is like such a silly problem to have, because this is completely just on I'm not thinking through how the combo works with those cards in hand. And if I had, then this we would have had much stronger end board, and now we're doing like even further sillies. We are just clearing our own zones again with this. Feels so unnecessarily complicated way of doing this, but it's fine. I'm curious on what they're holding in hand. Because it's something, for sure. Okay, we some reason didn't DD Crow the big thing, but okay, whatever. I'm not here to criticize. I suppose we have to. Then we can put Ketu back and draw a card. It's kinda dead. That's fine. Let's do a bit of gambling. Because I estimate that they will not have 2 more cards to fuse with. Oh, okay. Well, fuck me, I guess. It's monsters all around, I suppose. Just, maybe I'm a bit eepy and I might be doing some goofy shit. Because we should have like I guess because they had the DD Crow, it didn't matter, but Still. At least, like, because I had no interruptions on the main combo, I should have been able to execute. I just searched the wrong thing. And it's like 2 choices. And I just, like, brain farted into the Cartesia because I was thinking about too much about the fusion summoning. But we'll see after, like, these games. They do really let them to print anything on cards though, like why does this have, like, you can use all of these effects? It's so silly. But who knows? Blogger. These are gonna be annoying, but yeah, sure. Like, this doesn't feel like anything really. Like, yeah, they can make Gallet Granite now. And also this, like, area here is gonna be a problem. Like, I shouldn't have done it because I needed a slot for Frixel to summon back, but I guess this is why I play this. Like, I need to practice because it's not that these combos are hard, it's more like there's just a lot of do's and don'ts that come from just how theirs are built. But yeah, I'm just like, they had 3 cards in hand and they have pooped out now like their 5th card. It's so silly. And we're supposed to act that this is like a lower power format. Oh, they whiffed and then now they're just not beasting and that doesn't do anything. We'll see if they do even silly goofs. Like, they won't even get the fusion summon, I think, which is extremely funny to me. Hee hee. Back to the hand with you. And a lot of these are... Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's until the end of turn. Bit unfortunate. Still, it's fine. It doesn't matter too much. Like, we get to clear the board and... Magnet Warrior Sigma. Okay, and then these are the Sigmas, yeah, they get to do those. That's frustrating. Like, they get to battle protect the... thing, but actually... you're not 100% out of this, or like, we're not done for sure, and thinking here. Oh, this works brilliantly. Yeah, actually, we killed them here, I think. Because now they're not beast for sure. Yeah. Yeah. We wanted to get negated here. Because this now is uninteractable. And then we return to hand and return to hand. And then that's it. Let's go. That was far from clean game though. But I get to show off the like power of just Grand Spellbook there. Like being that uninterruptible fusion. Like when the fusion comes, there's no interaction, so they just get fucked. It's very funny and strong. Like, and you don't have to always go for the 4. You can just do like I did there, summon 2, and then that's still limits a lot of their options. Yeah, I think my main issue with Magnet Warrior is it's just I find it annoying because it's just bodies after bodies. Like nothing it does is feels unfair. It's just it's so much stuff for like it's one of those like combo decks that just spins its wheels to set up nothing. Like if they're gonna be like, I want the combos to end on 5 Omni negates. If they're gonna be like that, then at least like end the game, not just spin your wheels, do a silly little thing that does not end the game or do anything really. And then there's Net Beast. I just don't get it why it's so low on points, like 50. It's still low for it basically say reading your opponent doesn't get to play spells. Like that's stupid, right? Like 50 points for, and it's accessible. Like don't act like getting level 3 and a level 2 Earth is hard in 2026. Yeah, and again, Nibius like hand traps wise, Genesys has I think kind of gets starts to get the thing down, like where we are playing more niche, like grave interaction, like call DD Crow, Skullmeister, and then maybe Heka Hands. The which one it is that is grabs opponent's monsters. Like those are, I think those are fine. That we have like hand traps like that, but honestly, I don't want to see effect vaders and shit like that. Oh fuck! I think this is Exodia. So let's have fun. Like, yeah, it's Exodia time. Let's go. Would Gigi or Kelly actually approve of this? Gigi probably would. She's a troll, but Kelly probably wouldn't. And now we just spin in our chairs and hope that this goes, you know, our way they whiff. Well, if they don't, then they don't. That's whatever. not much we can do about that if that's how it goes, then that's how it goes. Yeah, but of like whatever the fuck it is, eventually. Benediction. It still can break, so yeah, we have to wait. Like, I complained about this on Twitter already, but like, this is just 20 minutes of unskippable cutscene, because it's definitely worth it to just sit here and wait to see if they break. The problem is that it's gonna take a while to know. And then it's gonna be 3 games of this. Most likely. Or at least 2. Yeah, I think they have a kind of the critical mass already, but maybe we get lucky and it's like very end of the deck where, or they missequence it and they draw too many like Pot of Greed into the last 2, like 1 card. And now the second Exodia piece. No, okay, they missed 1 search there. Yeah, and like slap fucking engage to 100 points for this actually. Like would probably fix a lot already. Yeah, that they might just break. I don't think so, but who knows? Maybe. Most of them just always curious about these people. Like, is this fun? Is the fucking Omega ladder valuable enough that like this is something you want to do? But who knows? I'm not here to. Well, I judge, but like, still cool. Yep, there's Exodia. Good job. And then we put the 3D Decoros in, and that's like the only change we make. Because this matchup is so little about what we do. Oh, and we change into. It is so little about what we do, and so much about what they do. At least we drew Flame, so like way into Flame, because that deck has no hand traps, so we are free to do whatever we want. And this is why we run 6. We would have bricked if we hadn't. Yeah, let's just send those 2 away, then make. And now I have to think like really hard. No, I don't. I remember now. We need this to pop a thing, and then we need dark, and then we need one of the level 5s. Because now this is how you do it if we have to start Blue Boy, and like this is so. We are playing so many things just to enable us to also play Blue Boy as a Grand Circle target searcher. Because we are playing the other guy's freaking Male Wisp. And now we can make fusion here. And then now we can make Cartesia. And then we fuse for like we need to make this guy here. Oh yeah, you know, this is fine. We get everything. Everything is a-okay. Like half of this shit doesn't matter really, but it's all just about setting up everything for the like making sure we kill them if they weave. And well, it's just we get the interactions we all the possible interactions we could. So that's pretty much it. And then yeah. And now we just see if they weave again, or like we can make them weave with flame and partnership. That's it. That's the whole game. It's so fun. Sure. That's Into the Void. And like that's we let that go. Trading is a good target for this. And that's an awesome draw. Like DD Crow is one of the few things that actually kinda matters here. We can yeah. I still hate that this is a deck. Technically, I could have held the flame actually for Benediction. That actually might have been the play. Hold flame till they banish a piece of Exodia with Allure. Like we know chicken game isn't resolving because that's so easy to stop for us. And then that's just 2 Dark Lords, so the DD Crow doesn't matter here. I think we missed kind of the chance with DD Crow. We didn't draw it early enough. Or like... yeah, that's the only copy, so we'll just... bada bing, bada boom. Nothing interesting really happens. Actually, I should have summoned a... yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, Awakening of the Possessed target, so I could draw. But yeah, that's a play of desperation. Someone does not have Exodia here. It's not coming. Yep. Like 3 cards left and... yep. Do we scoop now? No, and we can't stop any more engages, so they get the plus, still a 1, but it's looking bad. Yeah, there we go. And then we change literally nothing, and we see if we can go DD Crow in a relevant spot. That's pretty much it. Sure is a quality game. I just want to see the game tree of them weaving, and now fuck, they didn't start with the like DD Crow has 2 clear places where it works. Let's try to add in a DD Crow. Oh well, we didn't get a DD Crow. I was hoping for a DD Crow. At least they have the mallet really early. Like, mallet is... seeing mallets is good. Annoying thing is Link Apple is +1. Like, there's... And there's 4 spells on Ready Engrave, so... we couldn't DD Crow that. I think they are gonna hit it, and that's so stupid. Like, this is... absolutely miserable. Like... nobody wants to watch this happen. Yeah. Unfortunate that DD Crow didn't matter in the end. Or possibly it could. Oh well. This is stupid, like... and I do criticize the person who does this, like... this is in no shape or form like fun Yu-Gi-Oh, so I don't know. It's just so lame. Well, we'll see. I don't think they will weave, but like, it's just absolutely garbage. I want to kind of check afterwards how long this game was, because like, that's one of the things that I so despise. Like, my hope is currently that they won't... is the last card in their deck is the Pot of Benediction thingy, and they will just not find it. How they're playing Widow, what the fuck? Yeah, they found the pot, and now it's just a question of drawing the last 5 cards of their deck, like 4 cards of their deck. That's 2, and then... I don't get the see the fucking Exodia. It's so fucking dumb. Like, I hate that that's a thing we do. And that was just like 50 minutes we won't ever get back. Yeah, that was exactly 15 minutes of game. So, yeah. Just miserable. I'm getting kind of sleepy, so I think I'll just end it early, because if that guy is laddering, then I don't want to be here. Like, I played that guy earlier the day already. I want to see, like, I want to go check his record. Like, it's not even winning that much. Well, it is. It's like 4 to 6-3. And yeah. Yeah, he's like 60% win rate. And that's the only thing he has been playing currently. So, like, at all. It's just miserable. Like, who thought this was fun? Well, like... At least I can do something interesting. Anyway, yeah, like, now I can stop whining about that guy. Let's talk about the actually interesting part. This the, like, future of the deck. Like, I'll take out the non-engine, because, like, thing about non-engine here is kind of pointless yet. Still, 51 is wrong count. Oh yeah, there's 3 Outstayers. And yeah, so first I want to show, like, why I think this might have future as a pilot deck, like, and like what's the whole synergy. Don't and then there we go. So now we can use 1 Grand Circle that gets us dark and a light, and then whatever of the 4 other charmers. Actually, oh boy, I forgot already. But yeah, we needed actually exactly the water one. We need the area. Anyway, we search 1 possessed spell trap, which is possessed resonance, and then we special 3 out from our grave. We get dark, we get light, and we get water. And like every card in this deck is just written cracked. Like they, oh well, that wasn't supposed to flip face down, but that's fine, I think, for the combo. Like, and now we can. I need to think, did the search order matter? No, so we can just send Linus for to add Frixel, and then we can make a. I don't think it doesn't matter what we make. We just need to make a dark here, and then that we can summon also dark. Technically, this could be anything else, level 3 or 4 light spellcasters, but I think I'm playing Match Lilies because I think we should have, like, maximize the targets for when we don't find Grand Circle, as a way, like, what do we do then? How do we access fusion summons then? And then we can make a WeCat. And WeCat can dump match. And then she can be special from grave because she's based like that. And then we can get Fairy Tale. And it's important that it's equipped on the match deal. And then here we get an Omni. And then we get the Surge. Then we get to add like Flame. No, not Flame. We said Rahu. Then we get to do this again. Give our Omni 2850. Then we can Rahu for these two. And that said, with Mululu we can get like Keto if we want to, because we still have like a fusion summon left. But we also can just get Flame and then like set partnership. And now we could make Weaver if we want to. Actually, yeah, making Weaver here makes sense. We should have used that. Yeah, we were supposed to use that one. Actually, I haven't thought about this before. Because if we make Weaver, we can still get... yeah, we can get still like one more Fairy Tale monster. I don't know what for yet, but anyway, now we have a Omni, a Spell Trap Negate, a Pop that also gives us a second Pop because we would send these two and not the Golamel, and then we would have Pop, and then that revives for Mululu, so we would have another like go into our Talion as a play on opponent's turn. Now that's fine. That's an end board that does things. Sure, that's cool. But But then like you combine it with the fact that like Grand Circle is written like this, like you cannot respond to the fusion summon, so it's an amazing board breaker. Then we have like Ketu, board breaker. We have Possessed Resonance. We are playing all the attributes. We can like use it as a single target removal. And if they can't respond to it properly, we can steal a guy. And then we have like Rahu Ketu. And then we still have like just normal summon guys and start doing fusions and shit. So like I'm seeing there's a lot where this like actually is a deck. Like it and most importantly, all our points are just Draco Tail stuff. I think we are at 98 points, but that's with like double Ketu. We need possibly one Ketu. Like I think we want one Ketu and that's it. Like requirement wise, we are fine with playing just one. And then like Draco Tail traps, we can lose Flame. And like Chronicler is a Omni Negate. This is strong. And then we get to do all the normal stuff as well. Like and then we have like let's enable like deck shuffling, and I can show like a couple of hands. Again, it's not fully representative because we don't have here we would do just a Grand Circle combo again, so that's not interesting, but let's see what we can do when we don't draw a Grand Circle. Well, let's say our like Grand Circle is here gets negated. Then we can go Rahu still and start to work from there. Here it's fairly like low impact, but still like one Rahu is still a few interactions. And probably not killing you. Like a lot of decks just don't kill that well in Genesys, so or something like this is good example, like what we can get. Like we have a few options here. Like we can risk it for the biscuit and try to get. Actually, no. Would be like totally safe. Spellbook Magician. It's a mandatory effect, so I can't actually like fail the search. But if we had failed the search, we don't get anything we want. We could still like equip, go. Oh, and we could actually make Charmers here as well, but we won't. We'll just do these two in hand for this. We can get set Lucius, we can get like Ketu, we can get Rahu. We can go Rahu, we can make Artalion and something like this. And this needed to equip the Fairy Tale, so that won't do us any good currently, but like we could still like recycle the Blue Boy just to have follow-up. And this assumes that our original plan of just getting a Grand Spellbook failed, and we can still set up something like a pop and a bit of things. Like, sure, this isn't perfect. Like, I'm not saying this is, but we get to try at least a few times. Again, like we have options. We can go Grand Spellbook Tower, and then like if that fails, we can just normal. We can normal, then search a Draco Tail. We could search like a Mululu. Ah wait, it needs to be a spell cacher. Anyway, we could make an Omni. That's 2850. That's gonna be destroyed by battle, and then like sit behind that. And that's again expecting that we could negate it on Spellbook, so like -1 opponent. And then we would have like a Flame or Sting or like Horn to follow up as a backup for the Fairy Tale. Yeah, I think that gets the points across. Again, like we have the Grand Circle. We could, if it fails, then we can just go Mululu, Fuse, make Gulamel, and then get Rahu into Artalion, like make these two happen. There's options here again, like we can, for example, get Frixel back, and then now it would be like guessing a game of would getting another Draco Tail name, for example, be better for a bigger Artalion bones, or getting Flame? I prefer Flame most of the time. Oh, and we have Sting in hand also, like... Oh, we did normal. Yeah, we normal Mululu, so... Yeah, that's not how you should do that, but still. The general idea is there, like, you can kind of just mash like your hand together and it still creates pressure. And when board breaking, like that's see something like a 6-card hand. Here, for example, well, yeah, we wouldn't have opponent's turn, we couldn't do 5 mana things. But here we would be like super safe to try Blue Boy. Actually, we have secrets again, so that would make us actually probably go like more towards something like Family of Spiritual Arts, and then let's say it failed. It gets us nada. Like, that's just not a card in our hand. Spirit Charmers, we can. That's another thing they would have to negate. And then this could get something like Possessed Resonance, and then let's say they have like a light and a dark on their field, light or like a earth and a, well, 2 attributes, anything really, and then we could go like this, and then like Possessed Resonance, target their guy, and if they can respond to it, then like okay. If they couldn't, then we can book it, or maybe not book it, but like we have a option to go like this. Like we could take with dark there. Oh yeah, and we could have set their area there. I'm not now making sure like I read that actually right. We just need a hand again, like with good. There's a hand with an access to. Oh wait. Actually, this is fine. We still can do it. I was goofed, but just because I'm dumb, it doesn't mean I'm stupid. Now we can go like Osa, and then we can special it in face down. Like if think about this guy as being like the Chronicler is an opponent's monster. We can now flip it face down. And if they have another monster of that attribute on field and they don't have a response, we can flip up and steal. Then we have the similar situation with Spirit Charmers, where we can, if they have 2 different attributes, we can discard 1, add Spirit Charmers to Possessed Resonance to hand, and then set the one of the attributes onto the field with Possessed Resonance for a more small charmer with one of the attributes on the field. And then the other attribute we can go like with Possessed Resonance their guy. If they negate or like stop the first steal attempt, then we can use the Possessed Resonance in the grave and flip the guy we set with Spirit Charmers. And yeah, these are like just incidental things we can do to weaken them. And then we can always go like Kaiju, a guy, drop a Radiant on something, then Possessed Resonance, the Radiant, get Dark, flip up Dark steals Radiant, then we have 2 Dark and a Dark monster, so we can summon out Dark from deck and add Match Lil, and then we can go Omni, Fairy Tale, is Fairy Tale Tales of Fairy Tale, and then make Chronicler. That's 2850 Omni negate on board, and so on and so forth. Like we get to create a lot of pressure kind of for free. But yeah, I have to actually think now, because I didn't think about the Weaver effect. because that's another monster on field, and the only lock we have is we might be locked into spellcasters, so that's something we need to look into. Like maybe rank 4 pool has something like outside of like just going weak at. Non-Earth. Oh wait, yeah, that actually is an interaction. Yeah. That is an interaction if we just like play, for example, third match. It could be anything, really. Well, let's put the grand circles there and then like secrets, just so we have something to brick on, and then like go back to 5. Enable deck shuffling off. And we need to remember these 4 is something we need. These 3, and then just force 1 as a just different attribute. And we get resonance. We get area, Luna, and dark. And then we can do this. This gets Frixel. Possessed Resonance gets Familiar Spirit. I keep doing that, I keep flipping it face down. Anyway, like here's again, like we have the Revive and Pop, which is probably our strongest when going first. But then when going second, we can always pressure with the Book of Book of Moon Steal your shit. Awesome spell. And then there's Awakening of Possessed for OTKs, and then we actually can search Ichirin as well. So we have negate on resolution option. We'll take just Possessed for simplicity's sake. And we can flip it back up. Like again, such a cool card. Like this combined with Fairy Tales, we actually finally have like a. Anyway, let's be like a beast and a dark. But yeah, like with the addition of those, we finally have like a easy way to bridge directly into Draco. We can search Draco Tail monster and a way to fusion summon, which gets us everywhere, really. And then this, like, for example, this search is just so we have like a body in hand. Like we want just a body on hand for the Draco Tail fusions. And then we can use these 2. Get here originally I get like Rahu, but we can definitely just get Ketu as well. I mean Rahu or Ketu. I originally took always Ketu, but it doesn't really matter. You can just take Rahu. And then we can go these 2. And set up like a Flame Negate. Now we get to keep the fusion spell on field. But yeah, this is an additional like negate, so yeah, definitely something we have to look into. Or like this is worth it. So at this point we have a trigger based monster effect negate. Like it's not quick effect, but still it's something. Then we have Draco Tail pops from like Gulamel. And then we can use and weak cat is okay, yeah. So the unfortunate part is that like these don't like mesh super well like on just the amount of stuff we have on board, but that's also we are not dying if we have all these guys on board. That's the main point. This guy doesn't die in battle. Or like fairy tales don't die in battle, and then like this one gave it only gives lights, unfortunately, the protection. But still, like, we can have a monster negate, a omni negate, a spell trap negate, a pop, and then possessed partnership pop, which is, I would say, good. Like, this is an end board and like of one card. And again, running through the lines is actually good because seeing more options again. Happy about that. So definitely not a waste of stream. We found something, and that's still pretty neat. And yeah, I think I'll keep this short. Like for now, I'm trying to get back into the habit of streaming. Like not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. We will be doing some striker in TCG side. There's some interesting theory here as well. I'll talk about it here a little, but first I want to talk about the like what we played currently. So this, I don't think this is actually that good. Like, it's over reliant on Grand Circle resolving, and it's kind of mismatch of, like it plays way too many like what Malawisp. Actually, I hate the branded part of this deck completely, and that's why I'm so happy we found a like direct way to bridge Charmers into Draco Tails instead of having the branded act as a like a like a intermediate. I don't know, no, not intermediary. Like in between, and just like as a like something we needed because we needed Cartesia to do the fusion summon that Fairy Tales are gonna do later, and that's like fully one card combo. Like the best board is done out of one card compared to now, or like the current boards that are kind of not doing that. And then we have the city guys. Like we have, yeah, like this sucks. We have to use so much points for the city, points and space for the branded stuff. I had an idea with like there's a similar I think it's Performa there's like this one, yeah, it's again a 1500 defense spellcaster. So you could search this, and you can special it if you have a continuous spell that's Awakening of the Possessed, and then you could dump Trick Clown. Yeah, Trick Clown to make, like, you could make a rank 4, like something like Trident, and rank 5, like Nash, and then use those two as like kinda end board pieces. This is much stronger, but it's also like running lot more stuff. Like here, the idea was that we need to run just two things: a Tree Clown and Sky Magician Girl, and that would give us like a reasonable end board with like no point investment. I think Nash was the only point investment, and it was Nash took 15, and then Trident. Is it Trident? Yeah, and Trident takes the another 20, so we lose 35 points. And like the idea is fine. I think this. I may even prefer that playstyle, but the problem was that that was like really hard on like live or die by Grand Circle resolving. At least with Draco Tails, you can just kinda, I draw a bunch of Draco Tails, I can just activate Rahu and Ketu and maybe get out of like Grand Circle getting negated or like stopped. But in the future, I'm so happy I can get to drop all of this, like, and then start playing the other pile. It feels cleaner, and it has because like this has like Grand Circle is good cards, and like Nib and Ultimate Slayer, it still can break boards, but it's still a lot more awkward. The only play I really liked about this build is using Branded in red to make Albion or Lubellion, and then after you make one of those, you get the because you can just fusion summon anything, like level 8 or lower fusion. Charm of the Grand Circle is a level 8 or lower fusion, so for example, if opponent is playing like a Man, Odeon, whatever, the set 5 traps deck, like, okay, they set 5 traps, and then when they go to end phase, you flip this, make Albion, then make Grand Circle, bounce 4 of those traps back into hand, and suddenly the game is over. And like this is very high roll. Let's say that's, I think, fair assessment of it. And like it's bricky, but it's high. It's like high risk, high reward. Yeah, high roll is a good term for it. And like this feels much more like this actual, like these cards are meant to play well together, and we finally have parts to use, like Set the Other. We get to use this part a lot more now, because we can like flip it back up and use the actual small charmer as a potential like interruption, or not interruption, but board breaker. And same thing goes for, like, we get to play all 6 of the like little charmers, and we get to do the silly ass trap, like just summon from deck guy. We get to add 4. We get to do this cannot be responded to things. We get to +4 on a fusion summon, or like do 4 things, and they resolve before doing the next thing, which is really weird in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, there has been times when I don't remember why, but like I've special summoned, for example, Dark, and then I bounce it to hand for to have something to fuse with Rahu. Yeah, I think I had I had both the search, all the possible search targets for Luna in hand already, but I needed one more monster in hand. So I like summoned Lina. Yeah, this was going second, and I didn't have much need in the way of bouncing needed. I think I had Dark Ruler no more them or something, so I could just search Awakening of the Possessed, add special summon back Lina, special summon back Dark, and then add back the Dark to hand, so I could do more. And and Kaijus and spell Fairy Tales play together nicely with Luna. Then there's like Spellbook, and technically Grand Circle can bounce back a Kaiju, and then you can Kaiju again. Like, there's a lot of little synergies, and that's what I want this pile to be. Like, just a pile of synergies. And like, it's consistent in some metrics. I would say like I like calculated it earlier today. Like was doing math because I was like still. I'm excited about this. I love tinkering with this build. Like I'm still like I want to temper in expectations. Like, this is not be all and all of like best deck ever, but it's viable, I think, and it has the benefit of who has read Charmer cards beforehand. Like, if you like no it's really hard to predict what's happening if I just dark take you kaiju you dark take back the kaiju. Do you expect that that's my way to bridge into a Draco Tail? Because I can then make bring back Dark, add Fairy Tail, Match Lil, bring out Match Lil. Like, that's silly. Nobody expects that, but that's fine. And like, that's how we get them. I think Fairy Tails had some fear. Like, I'm tempted to play Luna as well. The only problem here is, again, that this is written like explicitly just normal summon. It's not or special summoned effect, so we lose a lot of potential on that. But then again, we would possibly be playing Kaiju, so we could do silly things with those. Anyway, there is like a lot of like different things we get to do with these cards that could make this deck like at least a rogue viable. And yeah, Possessed Resonance is such a cracked card for Charmers specifically. Oh, and now before I think this is just such an ADHD like way of talking about this deck, because I have so many little things that this deck just does. There's the silly like Blue Boy is blue, so it's water, so we can get Familiars of Spiritual Arts with it. And then if we have Spirit Charmers, we can like set Dark and then use Possessed Resonance that we use. Like, we use Possessed Resonance to summon Spiritual Arts, and then if we had like Blue Boy and Charmers as our opening hand, Blue Boy gets negated, we can Charmers for Possessed Resonance and set Dark. Then we can Possessed Resonance to summon out Spiritual Arts that gets us any possessed spell, like Partnership, Itcherin, or Family Awakening, depending on what's like, how desperate are we for draw, negate, or pop. And then we can use it to flip the Dark, then Sage this to dark as well, then get dark for dark is really annoying to say. Like, I have a hard time like differentiating that it's a the dark charmer. Like, I know it's supposed to be that way, but like, I know, not my native language, so it shows here. And then we take drinking break, but yeah, then we have summon dark, and this can search us match lil. Then we have at least made an omni and a pop. Like, it's not much, but I would like to say it's honest work, but like, it's something that threatens opponents at least a bit. Like, it's an omni plus something, and it probably will keep you in the game. That like, it's sometimes hard to tell. Like, and that's what I was talking about, the like how the magnet warriors are just kind of spinning the wheel deck. Is they probably wouldn't kill you even through that, because you have like an omni that can protect itself and it doesn't die in battle. So you just like sit on it, don't let it opponent take it, and then you just kind of survive through it. Anyway, yeah, there's like, I think I calculated this. There's like 30 ways to get the fusion summon in this deck already. Yeah, we got to already show off, like, there's silly things like you can draw 5 mana with any of the charmers, so you can actually just, fusion summon Giant Circle during their turn, bounce everything. There is silly shit you can do. And like, there's this synergies like with kaijus. There's so much going on that it's still, and I know this is far away, like Blazing Dominion. It's it's Blazing Dominion. I remember the set name, and it's coming to in May, like early May. So we are like a couple of months away still, which is far, but it's not that far. And again, like, we have reasonable things in the terms of we have reasonable things in leeway in points. Like, 5 mana is probably non-negotiable. Like, I think you need it, like, for this to work. On the other hand, Ketu is not necessary. Like, we can cut Ketu. It would suck to cut Ketu, but we could do it. Then there's the potential we get to play Endymion, like the new Endymions, the Maids of Endymion, like Jenny and Vere. Like, those are promos, so we don't know when we are getting them. But if we do get them, then we can also include like Fitchcrafter fusion stuff. Like, again, it's a level 4 light spellcaster, so we can use this to make Madame Vere to search with the like use Confusion Confession. And then you can also use Genesys to make more fusion summons happen. Because yeah, this has to include a Witchcrafter monster, but it doesn't have to be the fusion that you are summoning. It doesn't have to be a Witchcrafter. So you can like cheat out some neat stuff with it as well. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much all I had for today. I just wanted to say mostly gush about this deck because it's so silly, and I think it has real potential to be something. Yeah. But yeah, there's 30 ways to get the fusion summoning, and there was 17 cards that help you break the board. So, and that like excluding normal summons, like 16 ways to fusion summon without normaling, and then 17 cards are also able to break boards. Some of those are duplicates like Rahu and Grand Circle, but then there's like Spirit Charmers and Possessed Resonance. Well, Spirit Charmers can get you fusion summoning as well, because you can. If you have just Spirit Charmers, you can search Possessed Resonance and Familiar of Spiritual Arts, and then use those two to make Dark to summon get Matchleel again. That's a way to get the fusion summon. But then if you're board breaking, you can do search Possessed Resonance on their guys. There is like flexibility on how these cards are well spent, and I think that's the whole thing that makes this deck go around, in my opinion. Yeah. And again, like Mululu points, for example, Mululu is good, but you can go like even as low as 1 Mululu. Like you probably want to keep at least 1 just for the Frixul Mululu, the combo with Possessed Partnership. And again, the like biggest problem the deck has most of the time, like when it builds end board, is that it doesn't have slots on field for all of its guys, like points of interaction, which is something that like you have to keep in mind. But yeah, and then like 60 also going over for the like this is 52 at the moment. Like I think it's 49 for the current. Yeah, 49 is the like exactly minimum stuff. But here I'm thinking the actual line in the future is gonna be about like 9 more just generic board breakers, like potentially Ultimate Slayers, and Kaijus, maybe DD Crows, maybe those, but DD Crows and Possessed Partnerships ran into the not DD Crow and Skullmeister, stuff like that, run into the problem of you have like 9 hand trap slots in total, so the 9 hand traps alone probably just like 1 hand trap doesn't do enough, even in this Genesys lower impact format. So I think I prefer them to be board breakers, but in board breakers sense, I want them to be like stronger board breakers. Like I want them to at least, and I would like some of them to be monsters. Like that's the one issue. Like Ultimate Slayer and Dark Ruler No More are excellent board breakers for the deck, and I definitely will side deck them. But having monsters in hand with Dracotail is so useful that it's something that I have to look into. Is there a way to have like board breakers that are not in hand? Like one thing is I'm thinking like 98. So this is again theorizing that we wouldn't get 0 point hits, is take away 1 Ketu and then just play like 3 nibs. Okay, that actually goes over. So like you would have to cut a Mululu as well. But that's something that you could look into. And yeah, there's like a lot of flexibility on the point distribution because like you have 35 plus 20, so 55 of your points are accounted for, like that 58. Like I want to keep flame if it's currently. Like you have almost half of your points are still freebies, or like these are not necessary. These are not engine requirements. These are just good things to have. The side of things. So I would consider just dropping some. There's like some other things like shadows are an option as a board breaking thing. But again, I probably prefer them from the side deck, and also X deck is getting kind of tight if you want to still run Ultimate Slayer targets, which I think Ultimate Slayer is too good to not be played. Like it's similar to so many good cards here where they kind of trade 2 for 1 already. So you already makes so much sense to play Ultimate Slayer. So sacrificing like 2 or 3 slots to it is something that you probably have to tend with. Charmers of the Grand Circle is something that I'm thinking like you can probably cut to 2. Like you wanna be making it like as your first move and then like probably as a finisher on your second, but you're probably rarely making 3. So yeah, there's still space probably for shadows if you wanna try out those as like another fusion summon like advantage board breaking engine. Like I could see the word where you play like a couple of shadows in main deck and then side the shadow fusions, for example. There's also the like another thing is because we have the ability to flip our face down monsters and we don't use normal summons on our very big combo, that we can use the like shadow things as well. There's like so many options I think here, and with this we have already like consistency. I feel like this is gonna be consistent enough already with this, and if you have to cut like Ketus and Mululus, then you have like other things to just put in to do the same thing of being fusion summons. The only thing that it's gonna hurt is your like Draco tail count is gonna start getting kind of low if you cut out Mululus as well, and then you're like relying on a lot more on Lina and Dark to, well Lina especially to get the Frixel. So you might want to like up your Draco tail count if that happens, like if you have to cut Mululus. But yeah, I think that's about it for what I think the deck can be. And I think it's like it has a bright future, I think. And I will be doing a lot more stuff when we finally get these cards. That's when I really want to start digging into this. I just wanted to do like I'm so like even this version of Charmer branded is I think it's not as good, and it has like some clear flaws, but it still feels fun to play, which is I think most important thing here. That like you are having fun when you play the deck, and that's why I don't like the Exodia. I don't think I could have fun like bringing that into a well, anything really, because it's just solitaire. And if I want to play solitaire, then I can just put up here, and I don't need to have an opponent for that. But yeah, next stream is probably gonna be Sky Striker. I have been like, I have seen what Josh did. I am still not Pot of Desires peeled. I will never be Pot of Desires peeled. But outside of that, I liked a lot of the things he was saying, like cross out. And as we saw, like Draco Tail is still huge, so maining Ash and Bell doesn't feel bad. And Josh did it too, like he did it to a lesser extent with 42. But even like here, going 40, I haven't thought about like siding the Forbidden Crowns, but I think they can be too much in like main. They're still worth in main decking, at least like potentially. But the upside logic here is so great because Ash and Bell, these are not meant to like stop opponents. Like we're fine if opponent builds the full board. We don't really care. So it doesn't matter that upstart like is artificially increasing our main deck size, even if like these are free to use when it's our turn, but then like free spells on our turn, but then on opponent's turn, if opponent goes first, we will have a harder time drawing our hand traps. Counterpoint, we don't care if we see hand traps. Like a lot of the time these are used on opponent's turn or like the turn 3 to stop stuff, and then the upstart didn't matter, and upstart just helps. It's a like additional free spell with, you have like 9 of them now, so it's just easier to get like 10, 11. It's just easier to get the 3 spells in grave. So I like the logic. It's kind of it's not super easy to see the logic, but it's there. And then like it also gives you a lot more free space on side decking, like when you are actually just guaranteed to do stuff. But I could see also myself like take out Shared Ride and then put in Forbidden Crowns into the side deck and then go from there. I don't want to talk about too much here now though, so because like we are not going to be playing it today. But yeah, I thank everyone who joined, and we will be. I'll be doing. I'm actually thinking about doing a deck profile, probably about the Charmers later still. So I don't want to cut out of the VOD because this is just such a rambling version of it. So we will. I will do a proper deck profile later, probably because I'm currently running in a like asynchronous tournament thing. I'm 1-1. Ooh, amazing. Anyway, that's been fun, but I don't want to be like uploading my deck lists before the event ends. So I might do like a proper ramble video about the Charmers still later. So, and look forward to that. Maybe check my YouTubes because I have plans. I have said this multiple times already, like before, that I have plans on making like a full guide on Sky Striker, the deck that I'm truly autistic about. And we might see. That might happen actually, because I'm getting closer. I have like a plan how to make it now, and like execution wise I'm getting there. But yeah, I think that's all for now. There will be a stream this week still. I just don't know which day yet. But until then, bye bye.